Hey, I'm Josh. I'm 24, just out of college, and like many of you, I'm standing at the crossroads of where do I go from here. For me, one thing has always been clear: understanding where we've been can shape where we're headed. That's what got me hooked on history. No, not the dull, textbook kind, but the kind of history that actually relates to today and even to you. And with the presidential election, this is a lesson that everyone should know and understand today. Our world, our climate, and our democracy are depending on us. Here's the thing, I used to be one of those people who thought, why does it even matter what happened hundreds of years ago? But then I started digging into stories of past empires and leaders, and suddenly, I could see patterns that are playing out right now. Take the Roman Empire, for example. It wasn't just a distant memory from a different world. The Roman Republic went from a thriving democracy to a dictatorial empire because they let power consolidate in the hands of a few. Sound familiar? Look at today's political landscape, and you'll notice echoes of the same dangerous trends. When we don't know our history, we risk repeating the same mistakes. I mean, look at the financial crash of 2008. Anyone else remember that nightmare? It wasn't just because of bad loans, it was because we ignored lessons learned from events like the Great Depression. If we had paid more attention to those who came before, we could have seen the warning signs. But this isn't just about preventing disasters. History also shows us how to achieve greatness. Remember the Renaissance? That period wasn't just an art movement, it was a revolution in thinking. People started looking to the past, rediscovering lost knowledge, and guess what? It sparked innovation that changed the world, everything from science to politics. And this is exactly where the adventure begins. Trust me, history isn't just some dusty relic of the past, it's a toolkit for shaping the future. So let me ask you, what's one thing you wish you could change about today's world? Chances are, there's a historical parallel that can show you exactly how it's been done before or how to avoid making it worse. And if you're ready to dive deeper into this journey, you're in for a ride. Alright, so now that I've got you thinking, let's dive a little deeper. Here's where things get really interesting. Understanding history isn't just about avoiding pitfalls, it's about seeing the patterns that shape the world. And once you start seeing those patterns, it's like unlocking a cheat code for life. Take revolutions, for example. The American Revolution didn't just happen because some guys in powdered wigs decided to throw tea in a harbor. It happened because people felt unheard and oppressed by their government, which was thousands of miles away, oblivious to their needs. Sound familiar? Look at the civil unrest today, whether it's over income inequality, racial justice, or climate change. People are speaking up because they feel ignored, just like they did back then. And guess what? Understanding how that revolution unfolded gives us insights into how modern movements can succeed or fail. The right leadership, clear goals, a sense of unity, those things made all the difference in 1776, and they still matter today. But here's the kicker, it's not always the big historical events that change the world. Sometimes it's the small, seemingly insignificant moments that lead to monumental shifts. Take the Renaissance. Back then, they were rediscovering the works of ancient philosophers, artists, and scientists, and it transformed how they saw everything from politics to religion. They didn't set out to create a new world, they were just curious, seeking to understand the past. And that curiosity sparked innovations that led to our modern world. The same is true for us. The decisions we make today, in our careers, relationships, and civic lives, all have ripple effects. Understanding history helps us recognize those small moments that can become turning points. If you know how innovation took off during the Renaissance, you can apply that same curiosity and determination to your own life, whether you're starting a business, joining a movement, or even just figuring out how to navigate a changing world. So, as you go about your day-to-day life, ask yourself, what's the one small action I can take today that could have a lasting impact? And once you start seeing your choices through the lens of history, everything becomes clearer. That's what I'm here for, to help connect those dots. So, by now you're probably thinking, okay Josh, history helps us see patterns and understand change, but how does that actually change my future? Great question, and here's where it gets personal. Let's talk about inspiration from the past. One of the biggest benefits of studying history is that it gives us heroes and cautionary tales. People who succeeded against the odds and others who, well, totally blew it. Take Abraham Lincoln, for example. We all know the basics: the Civil War, the Emancipation Proclamation. But what people often overlook is how close Lincoln came to not being Lincoln. The guy faced massive public opposition, crippling personal struggles, and even an assassination attempt before he was eventually killed. Yet, in the midst of chaos, he had this unshakable belief in doing the right thing, no matter how unpopular it was. Now, think about today's political climate leaders who face massive scrutiny, shifting public opinions, and overwhelming challenges. They might not be Lincoln, but history gives us a roadmap for how integrity, resilience, and moral conviction can carry you through the toughest times. Lincoln didn't give up, and his leadership left a lasting legacy that reshaped America. You could say he was playing the long game, much like any of us when we're fighting through adversity. This is why understanding history matters. It shows us that great change often comes from difficult times, and that leaders, whether in politics, business, or social movements, are forged in the fire of challenge. We can learn from their perseverance and apply it to our own lives. Are you trying to build something meaningful in your career or personal life? Or are you simply trying to figure out where you fit in this chaotic world? History is full of people who struggled with those exact questions. It's their stories that give us a framework for handling our own modern dilemmas. And here's where it gets even better. At Renaissance Spirit, we bring these stories to life in ways that are both fun and totally relatable. Sure, we dive deep into ancient Rome or the Renaissance, but we do it by drawing parallels to today's challenges, whether it's fighting for justice, making sense of complex politics, or simply learning how to navigate the ups and downs of life. Thank you for watching. Our channel, Renaissance Spirit, is all about the pursuit of a just, equitable, and compassionate world. We cover everything from history and politics to personal development and society, taking inspiration from the Roman Empire, the Renaissance, and beyond. These topics aren't just historical curiosities, they're relevant for today's world, perfect for the modern polymath looking to make a difference. The Renaissance wasn't just about art or philosophy, it was about rediscovering knowledge and using it to change the world. And that's what we're here to do. By embracing history, truth, and compassion, we can open doors to a brighter future, becoming better stewards of our planet and each other. So, if you're up for the challenge of living the Renaissance spirit, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and explore the other videos on our channel. Let us know what you think in the comments, and take our quiz to see if you're a true Renaissance spirit. Vive Renaissance Spiritus! Remember, history isn't dead, it's just waiting for us to rediscover it. And now, a historical themed song from the Renaissance spirit titled Adrianople's Call. Enjoy!
Night is young, lights flashing bright, dancing under stars so high. History echoes in the night, empires fall and kingdoms sigh. East and west clashing loud, ancient walls they start to bow. Romans tremble, armies clash, shadows dim the fiery flash. Oh Valens, your reign did fall in the shadow of Adrianople's call. You opened the gates, let the Visigoths in, but met your fate by the hands in the air. Whispers in marble halls, tales of glory rise and fall. Emperor's pride crumbles down, kingdoms fall. gates, let the Visigoths in. Where men shall fate by the head